The stag handstand is, in my opinion, one of the easiest shapes to hold. And it looks pretty photogenic, especially from the profile view. So today I'm going to talk about the stag handstand's alignment and how you can train for this very skill. Before we do, please do me a huge favor and hit that like and subscribe button to my channel. Running a pretty small independent channel here with no sponsors, and in order to break through into the main algorithm, I'm just going to need your help to like and subscribe to this video and my channel. Thank you in advance, really appreciate the support. Alright, so first let's talk about the stag shape. We can first start at a straight line, and all you need to do is bend both knees to 90 degrees. And there you have it. This is the stag handstand. There's really no textbook or official way to do a stag handstand, but as long as your legs are symmetrical, then you're doing it well. The way I like to do it is to keep both knees at 90 degrees. That way the shape is more pronounced and you can see the outlines of the shape quite clearly. As you can see, I have one thigh pointing straight up and the other one at 90 degrees. So the first step of learning the stag is to find this shape. And here's how. Chest facing wall, climb up and start with your legs straight and feet together first. Make sure you're not too close to the wall and have enough distance for your knees to be bent at 90 degrees. Then bend both knees like how you would with a tuck and toes touching the wall. From there, just open one of your legs to the front and keep the knee bent at 90 degrees. It's important to keep your legs firm and solid so they'll be easier to balance on top of your hips and torso. If your legs are soft and loose, then they'll just drag you down to the floor. So even if your knees are bent, keep the legs and feet solid and lift them up as much as you can while maintaining the stag shape. You want to hold here in this shape for 15 to 20 seconds in the beginning, just to let your body absorb the shape into your muscle memory. Make sure you're not putting weight into the back leg on the wall as you're holding, because you want to rely on the wall as least as possible. If you're finding yourself floating off the wall from time to time, then it means you're on the right track. Your feet should be pointed the entire time to avoid tiptoeing the wall to come off. Tiptoeing is just going to cause you to fall faster, and you're not relying on your strength and balance. So keep the legs locked and feet pointed. Another way to get into this shape is to kick up to the wall with your legs in a small split. From there, start to bend both knees at the same time and stop when your legs are at 90 degrees. Again, pointing your feet is a must here. If your feet are flexed, then all your weight is going to lean towards the wall. With your feet pointed, you're having minimal contact with the wall and you're mostly going to balance on your own. Hold here 15-20 seconds until you start to float off the wall. Also avoid tiptoeing here as well to rely more or less on your own to balance. By now you should have a pretty good idea on what this stag shape feels like. Always try to film yourself from the side to check if your legs are the way you want them to. So then let's try to enter into the stag. You can use the wall again or just go without, depending on how comfortable you are with holding a free handstand and falling. I like to start exactly the same as you would when you do a kick up, because essentially it is really similar to kicking up, except you're bending both knees instead of straightening the legs upwards. When you go up, try to find a 90-degree angle shape with your legs as soon as you can, because it's just a lot easier to balance your legs that are still rather than legs that are in motion. What I see a lot of people doing wrong is keeping their legs really soft and the angle of their knees keep changing. So the legs are just dangling in midair while they're trying to find a hold and balance at the same time. What you really want to do is to focus on creating a solid shape with your legs and feet from the very start, so you know when to slow down and you can hold the stag shape. If you're using a wall, the goal would be to touch the wall as lightly as you can with your toes, so majority of the weight is on your hands and shoulders and not on the wall. The entire time you are under control. If you're touching the wall lightly, try to move away from the wall more and more and enter into a stag and hold it there for a short time without touching the wall, maybe at all. Start with just 1 to 3 seconds, so you're actively training the entry without the pressure of balancing and holding for a long time. And if you're doing it without the wall, The goal would be to get the alignment correct because that is the secret to the hold. One of the most common mistakes is flexing the feet when you're kicking up with the wall into the stag. When your feet are flexed, all your weight will transfer to the wall and everything will go towards the wall and sag forward. What you really want to do is to point your toes so that your toes will not carry so much weight on the wall and the weight will stay on your shoulders instead of the wall. What I see a lot of people getting wrong is either dropping their back knee too low or not bringing their front leg over enough. So essentially, their legs are underbalanced rather than being stacked and on top. In that case, lift both legs higher and towards the direction of the fingertips until you achieve the stack. Again, the key is to keep the legs nice and firm instead of soft and flopping all over the place. In my opinion, the stag is a really easy shape to hold, and with some practice, you should be able to get it in no time. Getting the stag shape can also open other creative transitions in your training. So try out these drills yourself and let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to my channel. And I do have openings right now for online training, whether it's one-on-one on Zoom or online programming and video feedback program. Visit my website if you're interested. A link will be in the description. Have fun training. See you guys next time.